Welcome to Mereak Firmaxe Rebuilds Moria, Episode 4, The Golden Fortress. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe below. Well, I've seen some really impressive entries for the Golden Update. In fact, I've seen some hordes that are quite honestly outstanding. I don't think I could craft that much gold material. I have a very small treasure hoard in comparison. So I'm not even going to try to compete with that. One of the things I was doing was a complete build with the golden walls and stuff like that. And so what you're going to see is my classic base, which is my favorite, with integrated gilded walls and floors and reliefs. A small treasure hoard, which quite honestly in comparison is embarrassing. So only a really tiny dragon would want it instead of a giant one. And my hat's off to you folks that were able to craft those mountains and mountains and mountains of coins and lay them all out. Particularly the one done by a guy on Discord. But there was one where they took over where an Orktown boss was over that elevated round area, and they literally made it look like a dragon's nest. It was impressive. That being said, I'm going to show you what I did here. Now this is an entry hall, which I finished decorating. You'll notice that there is gold behind the statues and reliefs on the side that were not there originally. If you're careful, you can inlay the gold. It really pops. It makes the light really reflect from the crystal lamps. Here is an embossed gold wall, which, by the way, you can tell that these were not gold originally. I used... Oh, look, we got a visitor. Little DoorDash going on there. This right here was not part of the room before, and you'll notice that. So I embedded those in the wall to pop out the accents. Whereas, no, that one wasn't here before either. Perfect. That one was. See, it's a different one. It's twice as high, so you only have to use one. But all the gold behind the statues weren't there either. But it really brightens up the area. Looks much more regal. Alright, this is an entryway, obviously. You come into gilded floor. Again, the light just reflecting and popping off there. Golden door. I used it in the ceiling here as well as the floor. Now you can embed it on walls as well. So you could take the emboss and put it on a granite wall, and that's what it looks like. I think it's kind of cool. I really like the new signs, by the way. I think they really help things to pop. I use mostly a granite infrastructure here, and you can see the embedded ceiling from above. But I got brewery signs now. I really like that. Added a little extra gold. I'll give a brewery tour in a moment. I like putting my farm across from my brewery. Alright, so here is a new area that I embossed with gold. I didn't clutter it up after, and I'll show you from upstairs. But using the embossed walls really helps things pop. little extra on the ceiling, a little extra reflection. I noticed that the firelight doesn't reflect as well as the other one. I don't know what that... Oh, it must be something I placed up there, bled through the floor a little bit. My standard rustic farm. I needed a lot of oats, so planted mostly oats right now. Now you'll notice that with so much gold, there's like a gold reflection in the filigree. So it like adds a gold hue sometimes. I think that's really cool. There it is. You can see it right there. That's really cool. Got my Durin statues. Head toward the other entrance. Now this one had a Durin statue here that was I built around it. But you notice behind the Durin statues I put more gold. The gold in the middle column was already there, but the gold on the sides I put there. Same thing in here. Helps the light reflect. You can really see the detail. Anyway, I'm wearing gold armor. Obviously, there are new gold armor options for complete sets. Zul armor, which is pretty nice. I was going to change the trim on it, but I come to find out you can't actually change the trim with the ink like the other armors. So it's fixed. Still cool. I really didn't put anything in here. This is my storage area. I like this setup though. If you're watching, I started making shelving out of the posts and the quick platforms. Works really well actually. Quick platforms make great shelving. Now behind the Durin statue we have the other entryway, more embossed. Now have my troll guardian. I keep removing him, but he keeps coming back. Oh, I took off my backpack so you could see the back of the armor. Gonna build a little town out this side. Oh, they destroyed one of my yeah, I get troll attacks sometimes. It's pretty common out here. They really don't damage anything but these pillars and the front door. And then sometimes they turn into stone, and then I'll break them apart and get some more gems, and then they could just come back. It's like a regular occurrence. I really didn't decorate the upper portion very much. I did add an extra scroll for lore shelves here. Now, it's interesting. I think both of these lore shelves, the scrolls and the books, give you the same buff. I was hoping one of them would be for crafting items and the other one for building buildings, and someone told me that that's the way it was, but honestly that's not been my experience. If you've experienced using one of these shelves, either the books or the scrolls, and getting crafted armor and weapons for free, let me know, because I have never had that proc. I've had it proc building walls and such, anything under this section. but nothing under this area here. And I thought it was interesting that they would build two items that give you the same buff. That really didn't make much sense. Here is my standard configuration. Oh, it looks like I had some breakage up there. I haven't finished decorating it at all, but I'll bring you up there anyway. I love the building changes. Notice these walls are incredibly smooth now in an alignment. They are much easier to snap together. These tunnels used to be a little jagged. Much nicer. And I'd like the offset of the adamant now. So I did an inlaid floor. It'd be nice if there was a single gold tile. That would have really been cool. But you don't have that option. It would be nice if they added it. But in between borders of areas, I put in this alternating stone granite floor just to break it up a little bit. I think it looks nice. To get the bar area up here, which I added a little bit of gold to in the back. Countertop is very stable if you set it appropriately and link it into a wall. Some folks were asking me how I do that, because if you just lay it on top, it'll break. In the upper part of the brewery, oh, looks like a piece of my railing fell down. Yeah, it looks like a couple pieces broke off. I've had some luck embedding stuff into the ceiling for structural support. You'll notice that those pillars haven't fallen down. I tried this configuration for a change. It's a little neater, a little tighter. But it looks like my little pieces of floor there broke. The next patch is they're talking about building stability changes. And I plan on building all the shields again and putting them on these walls. That ought to be cool. It's bugging me that this isn't here. Yeah, it was gray. It was normal colored. That's weird. Take you through to the other side. So this is our learning area, our planning area. Nice big table to plan how to retake Moria. Nice gold background and filigree. And then right in front of the gold, I put the gold trim bookcase and scroll case, which look really nice. And there's another set of stairs here to get up to these barrels. Or the brew tanks. Some of the offsets here are a little off. I couldn't get these two floor tiles completely level, but I'm hoping the build changes that we'll see shortly will take care of that. These are the houses. I added some gold to the outside, some false fronts. These haven't been decorated yet. They're just empty. I've been busy doing other stuff for the game. If you haven't checked it out yet, please look at the fandom official wiki. It's not mine, but I contributed to it, and I'd appreciate you getting a free account and helping to contribute. So the upper part of all of these rooms right here uh, has a nice inset wood tile. Anyway, staircase. Then you have your lower section. So each one of these is 2 stories tall. Now obviously there's no windows, but I put a false front on it just because I think it looks nice. And each one has a different color crystal lamp, so you know which dwarf is assigned to what. Little eating dining area here. Now the kitchen is centralized. I figure the smell of food and baked goods would be strewn throughout. I'm going to show you the Treasury last. That's a nice view. Alright, let's go to the upper armory. Now I've produced all the armor sets in the game here. Though I had to take the Belagost helmet from my campaign and bring it here because that one is not in the game. Because this is sandbox. I should have mentioned that. This is sandbox. So these are your armor sets. Probably oversaturated it with light. And then of the Durin's guard armor sets, like the gold ones, like the one I'm wearing. I do not normally adventure in gold. Little ostentatious for me, but I'll take you behind the bar. There's a nice balcony that overlooks that room we originally entered in. Of course, it's night now, so it's very dim. But you can still see the gold. Now, I like the gold here. Here's the miscellaneous armor sets. You notice that I embedded the smith sign in the bottom row. I think that turned out pretty well. And of course, a bunch of furnaces and the weapons I've made in the game. Haven't finished making all the weapons yet. This is above where the troll is. You can see the troll down there. I embedded a floor up there and put up a statue to the ancestors just as a decoration. Here's the other rooms. Again, they're empty. My grist mills. Alright, and last but not least, the treasury. Alright, I do not pretend to have a treasury anywhere like some of the others I've seen. My hat is off to those dwarfs, because I'd need an army of people to help me smith all of that. But here is the treasury. You know, piles of gold. I threw a chunk of gold up there. You notice it's just sitting there on top. I just wanted to see if that would work. And I like the stacks of gold bars. Nothing says I'm Fort Knox and rich like gold bars. They got look at it, yeah. And I added some treasure chests to fill. So this is the lower part of the treasury, and I tried to stack some of the treasure piles on top of treasure piles though there are some weird graphic anomalies with that, but I think it looked alright. Added a few other decorations, obviously some gold embossing embedded in that wall. That's a natural wall that's part of this room. I use sun lamps throughout to really get this to pop. Durin's statue up there with the gold crown, I thought that looked nice. And just piles and piles and piles of gold. Well, it's not as fancy as some of the gold treasuries I've seen. I certainly personally prefer the stacks of gold bars, which took a while to make as I was doing other things in the game. But smithing coins takes a while, and well, I hope you enjoyed the quick tour of my latest incarnation of the base. It is incredibly stable other than a few of the areas you saw, and I'm looking forward to the patches coming out soon, and doing more with gold decorating. Alright, well, I hope you have a good one. Thank you for watching Mereak Firmaxe Rebuilds Moria. Episode 4, The Golden Fortress. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe below.